Okay, thank you, John. Well, on his first day in office, President Biden signed an executive order aimed at eliminating discrimination based on gender identity. But instead of leveling the playing field, could this move threaten the future and fairness of girls' sports? Let's bring in Beth Stelzer, founder of Save Women's Sports. She's also an amateur powerlifter. Beth, thank you. Welcome to the program. First, just where do you stand on this issue? You're obviously advocating strongly for one side.
Of course, Sandra, we all know. First of all, thank you for having me. We all know that there are immutable differences between males and females, and that it is not fair for males to compete in female sports.
Obviously, the solution is a tough one to find. A piece stuck out to me this week. I was reading in the New York Times, who should compete in women's sports, they asked. There are two almost irreconcilable positions. Do you see both sides?
I truly see that males have a Y chromosome, females have two X chromosomes. That Y chromosome that males has gives them differences that can't be changed. And it is not fair for them to compete against females in sports, not just for their bigger bones or bigger lungs, better advantages in oxygen capabilities, but also the real advantages that the real disadvantages sometimes that females have in training, like menstruation, pregnancy, and menopause. And those can never be recreated, and that can never be changed.
How do you believe this will change women's sports, this new order by President Biden that schools must include transgender athletes in girls' sports?
What Biden did with basically including gender identity into our laws instead of sex is erases the definition of what a female is. And this gives anyone the right to claim womanhood, to claim to be a female, and that gives them the right to female sports teams, locker rooms, and so much more.
There was a high school track athlete on Fox and Friends this morning, and she shared her view on all of this. Listen.
This flies in the face of nearly 50 years of gains for women under Title IX. Look, the whole reason we have women's sports as a separate category is because there are inherent physiological differences between biological males and biological females. And if we still want to have a future where young women can be on the podium, can earn those championship titles and potentially those scholarship opportunities, we must protect the integrity of women's sports.
The Wall Street Journal is also writing about it in a piece, Beth. Joe Biden's first day began the end of girls' sports. It says an executive order rigs competition by requiring that biological boys be allowed to compete against girls. It says in context of strength and speed, the athletic chasm between the sexes, which opens at puberty, is both permanent and unbridgeable. Once male puberty is complete, testosterone suppression doesn't undo the biological advantages men possess. We will get your final thoughts on this, as this is a story we'll continue to tell.
I think Abigail Schreier summed it up on Twitter quite well when she said that a new glass ceiling has been placed over our girls.
Very interesting perspective. Beth, thanks for joining us. Our best to you.
Thank you.